Alright, you guys. You guys, look at this. Look, it snowed. And it's still snowing, look at that. Last night they said it was gonna snow, but it didn't snow. Last night, like around 3 in the morning still, I think. It was still not snowing. And now this morning we saw that it was snowing. So yeah, you guys, right now we're heading to McDonald's because my sister wanted an apple pie. The little one, so we're over here buying her an apple pie. Damn, it's snowing on D though. What is up, you guys? Will here, and as you saw in the previous clip, it was snowing, and it still is. As you can see, as you guys know, it already gets super dark, super early nowadays. Because, what you call that crap? Daylight saving time? Hold on, let me show you. Ooh, it's cold. As you guys can see here, look. You guys can still see the snow. You guys can still see the snow. Let me close this one because it's cold. Yep, I'm weak. Never mind. So let me show you guys here. It is can you guys see it? It is pretty early. You guys can see here. Wait, is this mic over? Hold up. Yo, I never took this out. What? Wait, hold up. Last time I checked, that was right there washing. And obviously there's nobody washing their clothing at the moment. Probably somebody thought that was their clothing by accident, because right here, this is just blankets. Right there. So yeah, let me show you guys what I was talking about. Hold on. Let me just put this right away. So yeah, you guys, like I was saying, it probably got a bit loud here, but so the one I just put a wash, that colorful one over there, it was right in this machine when I came. This one was, I guess somebody emptied it and put it there by accident, thinking that it was theirs. They thought that it was theirs, so I guess I got a free dryer from that. But I mean, whoever did it, thank you either way, or I don't know. It wasn't even my mom, because I'll show you guys. So the card you just saw me put in here to use for the machine, this one, there's only one that we have, and there's no other extra one. Yo guys, look at these legs, bro. They're annoying. But yeah, for those of you guys who didn't know, some of you do know that. Some of you know this story, but I was once in karate. Yo, what is up, you guys? Will here again. Wait, hold up. I forgot that I did record for you guys already, but I made it back upstairs. Sort of done with the laundry. Well, snap. Let me get the lighting from my phone. I'll be back. Hold on. Let me. So to end this video, I think to sort of end this video off, I'm gonna tell you guys the story time. The story time of when I was in karate. Since it's snowing and it's super cold outside, so let me bring you guys the story time. The story time. All right. So let's go back to the very beginning. So yeah, pretty much I was finishing kindergarten, heading to elementary, first year, when I don't remember the reason why my mom wanted me to go to karate, but I think it's because of some problem I was probably having at school. So my mom found out about this karate guy nearby from where we live, literally down a hill across the street from where I live. And so she found a way to get in contact with the guy. So she got a flyer from him, and to start signing me up. So literally, guys, like, she got the flyer, and that same day, she went to go give him the flyer so I could start. But then I was like, why don't I just start tomorrow since tomorrow there's karate class? Let me just get ready. So that very same day, I think my parents bought the karate uniform. And for those of you asking what type of karate I was doing Taekwondo, and it's actually still going on. There's still some schools that are practicing Taekwondo, but there are other schools doing some other stuff. So I pretty much started at around, I think, age 5 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. To be honest with you, I remember the first day of karate so perfectly. So I remember walking in to the karate school, and in my head I'm thinking, oh, it's not gonna be too full of people or parents, etc. So I think it was a Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. And those Saturdays are when parents come in and I get to see the kids train and fight at the same time. He assigns like 4 or 5 other red belts, start like getting me ready and all that, and they were just teaching me the basics. Like literally when you walk in, or when you first go into karate, what they teach you are basics, such as like how to tie your belt, start your kick form, how to like basic stance, and I believe it was Korean. So yeah, Korean calls is when they tell you to like get an order. It was pretty much almost like, it was sort of like military style. Like when they told you to pay attention, everybody stand on one line, everybody had to stand straight, etc. So that was my first year. I really didn't think I would really get into the sport of karate, and I actually did it for a pretty long time. Literally recently, just like I think just stopped going because something that was going on. So I'm gonna literally explain everything and why at the end I decided to stop going and quit karate. So coming in first day, they taught me basics, literally stance of how to stand properly when they called everybody in order, and how everybody stood in stance was according to his belt colors. So lower belts, for example, white belts to yellow, would stand in the front because you like basics, so you had to learn and pay attention. The much higher belt ranks were leveled least to greatest, so the greatest one would be staying in the back the whole time. To be honest, the years during karate passed by so fast. Like honestly, I started around 5, right? I continued all the way, I think, until I was 10, 9, 10 or 11, something like that. So I pretty much I went from yellow all the way to red in those, I think, 5 or 6 years. For those of you like in Taekwondo, the belt accordance goes from white, yellow, green, red, blue, no, green, blue, red, and black. I was literally this like close to going for the black belt at the end, but again, I don't know what happened. I just slacked off and stopped going. So here's what happened. I made it all the way to red belt. So literally, I did all the ranks I needed to do to get to red belt. And the day that my red belt test finally came, I did it and all. I broke. Obviously, in order to pass into the next stage of belt rank, you need to like break blocks, do your forms from beginning to your current belt. That's something they teach you from the beginning also. Each belt has its form. If those of you who don't know what a form is, it's pretty much like a dance or dance according to that belt, and that's what I had to do. I did it pretty good, to be honest. Also, for those of you who don't know anything about karate, every belt has its own meaning. A white belt, it was just a blank piece of paper. In my Taekwondo, I don't know, maybe there's other Taekwondos that are pretty old and they still teach the old school style. I don't know how mine was, but every belt had its own meaning. So I got towards that, I did it, blah, blah, blah. I got my red belt. I actually have it. I would show it to you guys, but most of the things that I already had in my room are already packed in boxes, because if those of you who didn't know, I'm moving pretty soon. And for sure those belts are in boxes already all packed up. So I made it to my red belt, and then that same day when I finally finished class, the whole school finished, my mom was like, do you want to start going to karate now? And obviously, I mean, being in karate for a pretty long time, months after months and weeks after weeks, it would get tiring. I said yes. I was pretty happy with just my mom by saying that, because during those past years, I was pretty mad. I used to get mad once in a while about going to karate, because I used to like have fun in the park right here, like I told you guys. and play with friends, and automatically mom would be like, hey, get ready, you have to go to karate. And I was like, ugh. So it got pretty annoying at some point. So when she told me that, I was pretty excited. So I believe 3 years passed by, and during those 3 years, the karate teacher was telling me to come back, kept telling my mom to let me, to tell her to tell me to come back to karate, don't miss any more years. Kept telling us to go back and back and back to karate school. By the 3rd year, I was already avoiding him because he kept coming by so he could return back to karate. 4th year finally came. What was it? I finally decided to go back to karate because I was literally slacking off. I was already forgetting the forms of each of the belts. So my mom decided to put me back. So at the 4th year, I returned back to that same karate school, but the thing was that the location had changed. So he literally changed locations and moved across the street, which wasn't really far away. It was the same distance. I returned back, and he was pretty surprised when I made a comeback. So I was one of like the good ones in karate, well known. Huh? Yes. The old karate school by Mama Rosa's building that he went to here. I guess as a punishment. What are you doing? He literally put me back to white belt. So I literally had to work my way up to get to red belt again, which I was pretty surprised, pretty mad about, because I had made it to red belt, but I guess it was pretty obvious. I had missed like 3 or 4 years of karate. And I guess as a punishment, I had to begin back. Huh? I had to go back from white belt and work my way all the way back up to my last current belt, which was red.
Did you know that you can say Iris wristwatch?
Iris wristwatch?
Wristwatch.
Iris wristwatch?
You can say it.
Okay.
No, you can't.
Iris wristwatch.
You just messed up.
Iris wristwatch.
Go ahead.
Iris wristwatch.
Say it fast.
Iris wristwatch.
You gotta say it.
You say it.
I can't say it. Iris wristwatch.
And it took me I think it took me around the same amount of years, or maybe less, to go back to my current belt. And it went by quick, like I said, like those karate years go by fast. So you're having fun, you're being active. The one fun thing about it was the tournament. When that tournament year was coming up, for like 3 months straight, we'd all train hard. For the ones who were preparing to go to the tournaments, fight with other schools, and win trophies. I made it back to red belt, and right when I was just starting to begin train for that black belt exam, the school was starting to close down because of some problems the super from that building was having. So the school ended up closing, and everybody went their own way. At that time, it was pretty disappointing because I really wanted to get to black belt. Like, I really wanted to just be there already. When that school closes, literally there's like no more karate class, and I think 4 years passed by there. 4 years passed by there. Then my mom finds out that my old karate teacher had a few other teachers that I already knew. One of the guys, he came to that karate school once in a while to like train with us, and we used to do some crazy stuff. I even still remember the guy and some of the workouts we used to do. So he, I think, told my mom that he knew some other guy who was still doing the current school. And my mom found it was a good opportunity because, I don't know, she still wanted us to do karate. It was, I guess, for the best of us in our self-defense. Now it's a good thing because I know a whole lot, but it's been quite some time. 5 years passed by and I joined the school. I think I was, 14? I don't even think it was that long. I think it was like 3 years. That passes by, and then we go up with his new karate teacher. His name is Master Geronimo. That's a cool name. The good thing about it was that I didn't have to go back to white belt because I already had done it again, I guess, for a punishment. So I guess they let me off, just taking off a red belt. But here was the catch. The thing was that karate school is taekwondo also, but they taught more of a Korean style type of karate, and literally everything was all different. The forms to the names of when you had to stay in order. I have the years all messed up and all that, but the years passed by and I was still in red belt, and then I think on the 5th or 6th or 7th year of me being in that school, they told me that there was I believe a tournament coming up, and by that time my sister, the one that you guys probably seen once in a while in the vlogs, the tall one, she decided to join the karate school. And she had joined the second karate school that I had joined, but she had joined quite late, so she really didn't experience that much before that school closed. Ended up going to the tournament. She fought with some girl that was twice the size of her. She was literally really small by that time. And then the girl that she fought was literally twice the size of her in height and then just being big. She did good in the form. She got first place. You got first place, right? Mm-hmm. So when it came time to fighting her opponent from a different school, she ended up losing. You got second place, right? What? You got second place in that one? What? The fighting. Yeah, because the girl literally was heavy from the leg and kicked her. Where she kicked you, in the hip? On the leg? The hip. It was either the hip or the stomach, but either way, my sister had lost because she started crying and she was getting hit. And the thing is that in the tournaments, like, it's not like it's not shadow fighting, so it's not like pretend hitting, like you're like hitting at this much of a distance. When it's in tournaments, you really have to fight for real, like contact, fully on contact with full power. And she ended up losing. She got second place in fighting, but she got first place in form, which was pretty good because she wasn't that much of a height belt, so she didn't have to do that many forms. So it was my turn, and then I had to do a whole bunch of forms that I had to memorize because the forms were a whole lot different from like first school. So I was learning, like I said, I was learning a whole new thing. I ended up learning it little by little, but I don't know what happened. When the tournaments happen, there's so many people there. Like there's parents, there's the whole school, there's a whole different school, whoever comes in. There's other masters from high level black belts, different ranks, black belts. And then you have cameras there. It came time for the form, and then when I got in place and I started doing the forms, I was doing it from white belt towards my current belt, which was red belt, rank 3 black, I think. I had 3 black stripes on it. I was pretty good in it. When it came time, I think for my form, my mind literally blanked out. I couldn't remember anything. I had totally forgotten. So I did bad in that form, and I think I got like second or third place. The tournament time came for me to fight this kid from a different karate school. I was already full of adrenaline because, like I said, when you do tournament fights, you have to hit full on contact. So again, the kid that I was fighting was already double my size. He was pretty tall. I think he was already 6 feet. I don't know, like 250 plus pounds. And I can't tend to fight, so knowing that it was a tournament, I didn't want to lose first place in that one either. So I went in literally all full of contact. I was already all full of adrenaline, so I wanted to go in already. So when they gave us the go fight and we shook hands, like I said, I had so much adrenaline in me. I wasn't even scared or anything like that. So I went in full contact with the kid. So I threw in a few punches to his chest piece because we wear chest pieces when you fight. And then I threw in some kicks. Instead, like the kicks, in karate, when you're fighting with kicks, you cannot hit below the waist. You have to hit above the waistline. So I had to gain up all the strength I had in my leg. I just started kicking the kid on his ribs and ribs and ribs. So I hit the kid pretty hard. Part of the leg, and then hip, waist, literally everywhere. I think I hit the kid everywhere. I even jumped up in the air, believe it or not, and kicked him a few times in the ribs. And I guess the force was pretty strong, like not even lying. Like my sister's here, she could tell you the truth. Right immediately that I made the kid cry. They ended the fight a few seconds before the official time ended. And the kid started complaining because I guess I took some air out of him while kicking him. I ended up winning first place in fighting, second place I think in form. My sister won first place in form and second place in fighting. So it was pretty much the opposite, but overall it was good. Fast forward 5 months, they had told me that I should start getting ready for black belt rank. I was pretty excited because that's what I've been waiting for quite a while. And then they finally gave me the news that I should start training. We all started going to Van Cortlandt. And on our way to Van Cortlandt, he was like, oh, to start picking up your stamina, start getting in condition, we would start jogging. So I was like, all right, we would start jogging. We got to the location, he was like, all right, every time that we come here, we're gonna be jogging at least 3 miles or 3.4 miles. And I had literally never ran 3 miles or not even 1 mile, I think. I was in shock when he told us that, but either way, we started going, I believe it was every Saturdays or Sundays during the school week to Van Cortlandt. And we used to head over there. He used to drive us, he used to have his car, we used to head over there and we used to start jogging there. In Van Cortlandt, Van Cortlandt Park is pretty big. It's not like plain road. jogging place. It's famous for like people working out there. There's this main gravel thing that's I think a mile and something long, and then there's this other side that you could run into the woods, and it's 3.4 miles. But the thing is that that's not playing grounds either. You're running hills and curves, and those hills and drops are pretty high, so you have to literally, your legs are burning from the start. And it's gravel, so pretty much with gravel you have good grip while you're jogging. I believe 6 months or 5 months passed by and we were doing it, and then right when we're getting ready, we're learning our forms, red bow forms perfectly to do it in the exam. Something happens to the place there in which we're learning in the karate school that we were learning into, that I guess they wanted to close that building down to do something. So either way, literally to like, so they wouldn't stop, so they wouldn't close that karate school. We went with the whole school with uniform to this place where I guess you could vote on if they should do something else new or keep it in place. Either way, long story short, they ended up closing the school again, and I didn't get the chance to go for my black belt now. This other karate school that we used to go to like 1 to 2 times a month, and it was pretty annoying. I didn't want to, and the thing was that karate school also taught a different type of taekwondo, a whole different form. Like I think it was much older, so I was gonna get confused either way. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna have to start all over again, the whole process again, in order to start training again, do a few tournaments in order for me to qualify for that test, black belt test. I decided just to quit from there and doing something else that I had in mind, which was swimming. And a lot of you know that I did swimming for like about, Mira, how long did we do swimming? 3 years? How long did we do swimming?
2 years.
So like 2 years and a half we did swimming with my sister and I, and then Emmanuel and Brian also started going there with me once in a while. So instead I focused on swimming, and I did pretty good in swimming. So swimming, it was almost like karate. You had to learn the swimming techniques in order to continue on to advance on to the next level. They would give you, like, after passing the first level you would get a certificate. After every level you would pass every certificate to see if you, like, meaning that you completed this level and you mastered it pretty much. That's one of the reasons why I just stopped going to karate, because it was just too much going on. It was already the second time that the school had closed down, but a different karate school. So I was like, I'm not gonna start this again and start this whole process again, wait a few years to go for this black belt exam again. So literally I stayed in karate for quite some time. I think it was like 15 or 16 years that I was in karate until I finally stopped going when I reached like the age of 17. That concludes the time that I was in karate and the reason why I stopped going to karate. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video though. It was a bit mixed up because of the weather. As many of you know, it started snowing here in New York City. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. We're growing this channel. We're literally growing this channel little by little, and we're doing good, so stay active, you guys. Hope you like this video, and I'll see you on the next one.
Pop the trunk, I open up, I sold my soul a good price. Out of sight, my hoe got talent, right?